Everybody? Happy Thursday! What's going on? How are y'all doing today? Y'all ready? Are you ready? Welcome, welcome. Let me see it in the chat. How y'all doing out there tonight? Oh, we already got somebody already in the studio. They ready. While I go ahead and do my thing, get set up. Welcome. Off Limits is a series, an interactive series where you have the opportunity to put your 2 cents in. It is a grown folk conversation talking about things that are considered taboo, things that you're supposed to keep hush hush, things that you don't supposed to talk to people about in public. So this is what this show is about. It's giving everyone the opportunity to put their 2 cents in, tune in, gain a new perspective, gain some insight, and discuss things that we do that are natural to us, discuss it naturally. So this is what this show is about. So nothing is off limits. And as I get started, how's everybody doing today? Give me one quick second or two while I make sure that everything is all good. I do want to make sure that I'm not missing out on anything that I need to have done. And let me go ahead and let this people in.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good evening.
Good evening. Y'all ready?
Yes, of course.
That's what's up.
I heard today should be a lot of fun.
It is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And so those of you that are tuning in right now, the link is in the link to hop on live is in the description of the video. So if you want to hop on live with me and put your 2 cents in, check out the description part of the video to do that. And then if you just want to watch, the links are all there. You want to chat, the link, the comment section is there. So go ahead, do your thing. Have some juicy topics for you. So we're going to be starting this thing shortly. So go ahead and grab whatever it is that you like. Make yourself comfortable. Grab your best friend. Grab your homeboys. Grab your beer. Whatever you got, grab it. Go ahead and share it.
There it is. To you.
Hold on, let's see.
Cheers.
Hey, I love that. That's what I'm talking about. Cheers. You know what? I'm going to have me one too.
You better.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll wash it down with some Stella.
Hey.
Good old Stella's.
Yes. Thank you for the cheers. That's so sweet.
I'm going to send you a bottle.
Yay! Send me a bottle. That's sweet. Thank you. That's nice of you.
Wanna hit the bottle, nigga?
Is that Kelowna? Ah.
So give me a couple of more seconds while we get this started. I invite you to share it with your friends. Share it with whoever it is that you know, because this is an awesome platform where we can have grown folk conversation and talk about things that actually matter, things that we do every day, but maybe we don't discuss them in an open platform. So this is what this is about. So go ahead and give me one more second. This is your time to share. All right. So I think I'm all set. Are you guys ready?
You know it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the two topics we have today, let me, okay. Two topics we have.
Ah. Hit me.
Is your lover always bird watching? If so, is it too much? Other topics. Dirty texting or dirty talking, does it turn you on? So, do we all do this or do we not? So, those of you that are just now tuning in, there's a link in the description of this video if you want to hop on live. Also, tune in, leave your feedback if you don't want to hop on live. Hop on live if you ain't scared. Okay, so I think we're going to start the topic off. Let me start with topic.
Bird watching.
You think bird watching?
Let's start it.
Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and do bird watching.
So, since I was trying to push that one on you, it just a point came into my head that said, when is it too much? When does it actually get creepy, right? Because it
Okay.
can get creepy, right?
Uh-huh.
Or is, I guess it's like what you don't say, no one can get hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like if they don't see you, but you are watching, does that make it okay?
It's the same thing. I think, even if they don't see you or if they see you. So Chris just brought up something very interesting to me. Is it the same thing? Let's just say this person bird watches. For those of you that don't know what bird watching is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this is how I understand it. Bird watching is looking at the opposite's booty, tail,
Oh, okay. So,
asses.
okay.
Do we include titties?
Yes.
Do we include penises?
Yeah,
Packages?
of course. Yeah.
Okay, so all of that, just looking out at
I
whatever it is.
Okay, here's my interpretation on it though. It's when you're with your significant other, and because it's like, all right, instead of looking at her, right, I'm looking at all of you. So, and I'm not bisexual, but I will check a dude out. I'll be like, oh, what a good looking guy, right? That
Okay.
could be bird watching too. But yeah, if a nice booty goes on by me, I do bird watch. I'm like, yeah, that's nice.
So bird watching is basically just
When you're
looking at
with your
somebody
significant
else.
other and you're looking at someone else.
Okay, it's not geared to a specific part of the body, or it includes
Right.
all of the body. Actually, what you're saying.
There's feet people. So what if someone is wearing sandals, thong sandals, right? Leg people. So anyone with and I'm leaving it gender neutral. Anyone with nice legs, right? Good fingernails, like yeah.
So
There's a lot. Eyes. Cute girl with glasses, blonde hair, brunette. whatever it is, big butt. What if there's different fetishes? Pregnant, pregnant chicks. Like
Okay.
some dudes
So it's
might have a
pretty much.
fantasy about that. Who
So
knows?
what you're saying bird watching is to you. I understood it slightly different. So bird watching is anybody that's of interest sexually to you. So whether it's you like pregnant girls, oh, she fine. Like I look at that big belly. That turns me on. So that's bird watching.
I'm just
Look
saying
at
it could. It
whatever it
could.
is.
It doesn't really to me. But yeah, it could be anything.
Okay. So
Given yeah.
okay. Were
So,
you
but also, I do really want someone to chime in and say, is it too much? When is enough enough? Right? Okay, so how long can I birdwatch before it becomes creepy? Right? So is it just take a glance and be like, oh, that was nice? Or then you're like, just, whoa,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, like, how many seconds can I look before it gets creepy, right?
That's like breaking it really down. Hey, Oksana,
Sure.
how are you? I like both of the things, the points that you brought up because you said, what about if the person, my partner, my lover, what if they don't see me, doing it, and I'm bird
Mhm.
watching, I'm checking people out. So what about that? Does it count? Yes, it counts to me. What do you think, Fallon? So the
I
first thing
think
you said
I think it's
was
natural.
okay. It's
I think it's
natural.
natural
Okay.
to bird watch. I bird watch. I'm sure we all bird watch at times when we see something attractive. Um, Creepy. I think, like creepy towards who? For the significant other or for the person that's being bird watched, or what does that mean? Like creepy to who?
You can break it down whatever you
It
want.
could be
Talk
creepy to
about all of it.
yourself. Like,
Oh.
okay, so I don't really feel creepy. It popped in my mind because I know that there are creepy people in the world, so I wanted a female's perspective. That's why I was trying to throw that out there. You know me, I don't need to bird watch. I have enough fun on my own. I don't need to. But yeah, me personally, when I do bird watch, it is just for like 3 seconds, and that's it. And I'm on to whatever the hell else I was doing. But yeah, I like to look. I have wandering eyes sometimes. Yeah, but go ahead. You,
Me too.
Fallon.
I'm wondering eyes too.
But I wanted a female's perspective.
So before Fallon comes in and chimes in, those of you that are watching, if you want to hop on, because this was a great conversation right now. We're talking about bird watching. That means that you're watching people that may be attractive to you. So we're talking about, is it too much? Period. And if you want to hop on live, the link is in the description. So go ahead and hop on, put your 2 cents in. I welcome you. Or leave them in the comment and I will discuss them. I will review them. But anyway, so Fallon,
Yeah.
what do you have to say to what Chris has said?
Yeah. I mean, it's totally natural to, to bird watch. I think for most people, I mean, you've noticed something attractive, a part of someone that's attractive, you're gonna look, and I think that for both, it could be both people or are bird watching at the same time. Even I don't know if that's counted as bird watching, but I think that like at a certain point, yeah, it's gonna get creepy if you're like staring for a prolonged point of time. You're just like staring. Yeah, it's gonna be a little creepy. Of course, why are you gonna keep staring? Do something about it, or like say something about it, or just move on. So I think with like the 3 seconds or whatever, like for a limited amount of time, it's natural. Sounds like natural to me. So yeah, I think that's pretty normal.
Okay, so we have one side that says bird watching is natural. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a natural thing that we do. We should be okay with it if we're in relationships because it's natural. We see attractive people and we look at them. We look at what's attractive. Okay,
I
so
love
let's
that.
get, and I want to go to the comments really quick.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to read this one, but I posted it. I shared it earlier. It gets creepy when you are starting and then you start making sounds. Oh, that's definitely
Staring,
creepy.
not starting.
Oh,
Staring.
sorry. Staring. Yes, and you are staring. Thank you, Chris. And then you start making sounds. So, okay, that is a little creepy. That's weird because if you see somebody
Whom?
walking down the street, oh, he looks good. Oh, oh, that
Did
is
you
kind of
just
weird.
come?
How do you? I mean, I don't know. That is creepy.
Yeah.
Because
So,
listen, you walking with your partner, and your partner sees somebody attractive, and they're making, sexual sounds. That's kind of weird to me. That's definitely weird. I don't care if I'm doing it or he's doing it. That's that is kind of crazy. Not saying that it's is wrong, but it will make the question mark, float around my head. I have a bunch of question marks like, what the fuck? Because, we experience these things and, we don't always tell when we are attracted to someone. Oh, we say it in our heads. Sometimes we may say, oh, he looks good or she looks good. Oh, he can get it, but most of the time we keep it inward. We keep it, oh, ooh, if I had not met you, oh, you know what I'm saying? So we say that internally, but to make moaning sounds and all of that, that's another level. So I agree with you, Kawana, on that. Let's go to Sylvia right now. Sylvia says, look with your eyes, just don't touch. Okay. And yes, staring, bird watching too long is just wrong. Okay, so let's talk about that. Um, it's just if you're staring too long, but Sylvia, I have to ask you, what is too long? Like 5 seconds? Because we've heard about the person that like when their partner is looking at something, they like, get smacked or something. We've seen the videos. We've seen all of like what you looking at. Because I have to agree with Fallon. It is natural. When we see things that are great to us, are beautiful in our eyes, we kind of like, oh, okay, And Sylvia, you're talking about if you just not only gaze, but you just stop and you just look. Now, is that a problem? Is that a problem? If I'm over here with my man, partner, lover, and I'm just like, is something wrong with that? What do you
so,
think?
I mean,
as we're waiting on Sylvia's response, I do really want to ask a good question, which, what is really, in your opinion, the difference from bird watching and people watching, right? Because
You break that down. Break it down for us. Break it down.
okay, so I like to consider myself. Are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. I can't see you anymore.
I'm
Okay,
still.
there you are. So I like to consider myself a people watcher, though. If I'm like out and about and someone's doing something, like I think we all do it. We're like, are they gonna trip, fall? Like, are they gonna do something really funny?
Okay.
So it might not be bird watching, but if I'm with someone, a significant other or someone that I'm just seeing, dating, I would like the type of person that is going to people watch with
yeah,
me,
yeah.
though. See, so at the same time, I probably would not date someone if they aren't going to, do the same thing that I like to do. So, like, if I'm walking on the street and I see some weirdo, right? I'm just
Okay.
like,
Okay.
what is this person doing right now? But
Uh-huh.
yeah, even that, I don't watch for very long because I'm on my own mission. That's why I'm walking wherever I am.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll walk and still watch. But once it's out of sight or once I get tired, then I'm not going to watch anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then bird watching, yes, is probably checking someone out. I think I just answered it. People watching is to look for something that someone does stupid,
Okay.
and
Okay.
bird watching could be, yeah, just sexually, just checking them head to toe.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I
So
totally
I
agree.
people
guess.
watching. Okay, I get it.
Mhm.
I couldn't personally be with somebody that just constantly people watch because I'm like, that's kind of like coming to judgments or coming to, judging people. Because I went on this trip a couple of years ago and we went to Vegas, right? And this friend was constantly talking about everybody that we passed. And I'm like, goodness, can we just
Okay.
walk down the strip? Can we just look at the buildings, walk in some stores, in peace? And so, but different strokes for different folks, as I said before. So,
Yes, enough is
that's my
Mhm.
opinion.
too
Now, bird
much is
watching is
enough.
a totally different thing.
Yes, too much is enough. Yeah.
Mhm.
I totally get that. I 100% agree with you, and everyone else who agrees with you as well. Yeah, if you're just like constantly, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my
Mhm.
god, like, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
the way too much. But yeah, if it's like once or twice, it happens a day. Like, say you're parked in, or you're at a stoplight, and someone's walking across the street drunk as hell. You
Mhm.
are going to people watch that person try and cross the street, right? I mean, I think all of us would.
Yeah, I totally agree. Actually, I think what's a good point is what's really cool is like when you're with someone and you guys are both guys both see something that takes your attention, gets your attention, and you're both like at the same time or like at the same moment. Oh wow, look at that, or look at this, or like let's say you just find somebody like attractive, and both of you are guys are like, oh damn, look at that ass, and like at the same time, like that's something that's a problem at all. I think that's great. I think constantly, yeah, of course, totally agree with that. Like it's.
So, okay. Now, I actually did come across this. This is one of my stories that I did pull up to a stop sign in a residential area. And tell me that you would not watch this, okay? There's a hot chick walking her dog. Her
Mhm.
dog just decides to take a shit right in front of my car. Okay. Like, they were passing by. And it's just like now she's so embarrassed that she doesn't even want to look up or look around. She just, you know, picks up the dog shit off the middle of the street. Tell me you're not gonna watch that. It's right in front of your. It's right in front of your
We
car.
are going to watch. Let's just admit it. We're going to watch because we
Yeah,
are like
it's
Thousand
funny.
mentioned. I think she was getting at we are natural beings,
A
and
dog takes a
I believe
shit in the middle of the
and
street.
stuff that catches our attention, we are definitely going to watch. So if there's a fine guy over here, definitely going to probably look at him and then be like, "Ooh," in my head. Now I'm not so verbal with mines. I could come across somebody and look at them. I'm like, "Ooh," in my head, not out loud. He looks good. He can get it. And so I say that he could get it, if he tried. Not saying that, whatever. That's a whole nother topic. But anyway, so yes, things are attractive to us. So let me go to the comments because I
Yeah.
want to see what people are saying about this. Oksana
Yes,
says,
of course.
I don't think there's anything wrong with bird watching. How can one not look at something that's beautiful? I don't think it's normal. That's right. That goes to what Fallon is saying. It's absolutely natural because we are in this universe, right? And so, who would we be if we just closed our eyes all the time? And we're with our partner, our lover, and we're like, "Oh, I don't see you. You're not here. You're not over there and looking all good and stuff. You can't get it." So, who will we be? We will be denying who we are naturally. So to deny that, I think is wrong. So Fallon, like you said, it's kind of cool to say, "Oh, he looking good," and then the guy over here, or whoever your partner is like, "Okay, yeah, all right, I see what you see."
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not interested in that, but I see what you see. Kind of like what you said, Chris, as well. You like, I'm not bisexual, but we all notice who's attractive or not. Whether
Absolutely.
I see attractive females all the time. I watch shows and like the girl that plays on Underground, which what is her name? But she plays on Underground, and she also had a role in How to Get Away with Murder. She was on like season 4, 5, and 6, and she's very beautiful to me. And I'm just like, that don't mean I want to get with her, but I see that she's attractive. She's very pretty. Her name is something like Annalise Van or something like that. But she's really cute. She's very pretty, classy. And I'm like, oh, every time I see her, no matter what I see her, I'm like, oh, she's pretty. And you have that person that you think, not saying that you want to get with them or you want to do things sexually with them. So, for an example, the guy, if I'm in a relationship with a guy and I'm like, oh, he looks good, my partner says, oh, yeah, he is attractive. There's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with you guys discussing that. Now, there are relationships where that's forbidden. Like, you cannot talk about the opposite sex. I don't care if you think they're attractive. Like, oh, she's cute. What the hell you say? You trying to get smacked right now? So it's like that. And people just can't take it. And I believe that stems from a lot of insecurities within,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because in this world, in this universe, there are things that are going to be beautiful, whether they're trees. I I look at trees. I love California because they have trees that Louisiana doesn't have. And I used to go to my dad used to take me on trips to California. And what I noticed, I love the trees. That was one of the first things that I loved about California is that we have a lot of trees there, but we have different trees. And so, and when my dad comes to California now, he always talks about the trees, but he don't know that I share that common interest on trees. And so we have to apply it to that. Just because we like one tree over here don't mean we won't like the other tree, or it may not be beautiful over there. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody say, oh, you like that tree? I thought you said you like this tree over here. How you gonna like that tree and that tree? We like them all, right? And so it's the same way with people, I believe. What is your opinion on that?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I definitely think that there's so many different attractive people and just beautiful things out there, and when it's noticeable, and it's like to just completely shut it out is just for me it's unnatural, and it's like if you're on the same level and you guys are both seeing it, then that's great. It's like it's even a plus. And then however you want to go about it, uh, maybe you'll want to like be like, hey, we should say hi or something. I don't know. Like sometimes you can be on that level too. It just depends.
It's a
So
swinger mentality.
repeat that, Fallon. Repeat that, please.
Basically, what she said is it's a swinger mentality.
It just depends on like what kind of vibe you're on, like where you're at. Sometimes you can just I think it's natural to look always at anything attractive, anything that's beautiful. Sometimes when you're on the same level and seeing it at the same time, it's a plus, because you're both seeing and you're like, yeah, cool. And then sometimes, some people will be like, oh, let's say hi. And then that's like you were saying, a swinger mentality where you're like, hey, oh my God, let's go say hi, and then you're both on the same level with that, and that's cool, whatever works.
Okay. Okay. I agree with that.
Whatever both people are comfortable with,
As far as you agreeing on something, seeing what, it's all about understanding. This whole universe to me is about what you understand. So, what is it that you understand? But anyway, that's a whole nother topic, whole nother conversation. I want to go to the comments right now. Oksana says, I think it's normal and natural. True. I agree with you, Oksana, on that one. It's normal and natural. Let's go to Sylvia. Sylvia said, replying to Oksana absolutely is natural, but some folks don't know where to draw the line. Okay. She's probably talking about those people that we watch. We watch on videos, on TikTok, their man or whatever it is, YouTube, their man or their woman is looking, let's just say the woman actually. The woman is looking at the man. The man is looking at the woman and the woman slaps the man, right? So that's where we draw the line, where the smack comes in. So I think, Sylvia, let me know if you agree with that, because you're saying basically you can look, but don't look too long because you might get smacked. I think that's what you're saying. And so how long is too long? How many seconds? How many minutes? How many hours do they get to look before that line is crossed? I want to know that. And so let's go to another comment. And this is from a guy. Kawana says, if I see an alien, I'm going to stare at it and say, wow, out loud until my body shuts down. Why would I do the same if I saw a bird? If I saw a bird, okay, saw a bird. Why would I do the same if I saw a bird? Why would I do the same if I saw a bird? Kwana, what are you saying? Are you saying that if you saw an alien, you should do the same thing if you saw a bird? Or would you do something different? Can you break it out? Break it down for me. I just want clarification on that. And Oksana says, replying to Oksana. Oh, sorry. Sylvia Jackson, I agree 100%. Okay, so did you guys understand what Kawana was trying to say when he said, if I see an alien, I'm going to stare at it and say, wow, out loud until my body shuts down? So that means you're pretty much going to be saying, wow, for 24, 48 hours, 12, 15 hours. Why would I do the same if I saw a bird? So you're saying that the alien is better than the bird? Help me understand what you are saying. Can y'all help me, please? Help me, please. Anybody understands this message? What about you, Fallon or Chris? Hold up, we can't hear you. Are you talking? We cannot hear you. Are you there? No, not yet. They're coming back. Okay, so let's go to the comments. I think we said that one. We saw that one. Why does there have to be a line? The line seems to come from the other's point of view. POV. I like that. The line seems to come from the other's POV. Okay, all right. So, Sylvia, I think he's talking to you. Why does there have to be a line? Should there be a line? The question is, should there be a line? Let me know. Type it in the comments. Should there be a line? Is there a line? Let's see what Sylvia has to say. Replying to Kawana, if you don't know where to draw the line, then you shouldn't be in a relationship. Oh, okay. I heard to clap on that one because he basically said, hold up. Those of you that are tuning in right now, Sylvia said, too much bird watching. Now, there's a limit and there should be a line. If you cross that line, it's too much. And then Kawana comes back and says, why should there be a line? Sylvia comes back and says, if you don't know where to draw the line, then you shouldn't be in a relationship. Kawana, what do you have to say about that? Should you be in a relationship if you don't have any lines? And hold up, they're back. They are back.
Okay. All right. Can you hear us?
Yay! Yes? We can hear you. Yes.
Okay, good. Thank God. All right. Now, what was the question that you had asked before?
The question was, I forgot what the question was at that time, but I think it was what Sylvia said was, let's bring it back up.
Oh, no, it was about the bird. Is a bird more, I don't want to talk about aliens. I actually really don't even want to talk about aliens and birds. Come on, it's fucking stupid.
Hold up, this is it. This is it right here. This is what we were talking about. Drawing the line. You should know where to draw the line. That's what we're talking about.
Of course. Okay, great.
Yeah, we're on the same level.
Yeah, so did Sylvia actually write back about how long she thinks it's okay to gaze or birdwatch, I guess?
I'm not sure, but she said there should be a line drawn. So I want to discuss this line.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, no, I actually really want a straight answer. I want Sylvia because she feels very, very... Hi, Mom, by the way. She feels very, very strong about drawing the line. I want to know where her line is. Is it... Well, I mean, she already did say, look, but don't touch. But how long can I look?
Yeah, so that's...
Without you getting mad, though? Or does look for as long as you want, but never touch? But I want to know where the line is for her.
Okay, so Sylvia, can you answer that? How long is the line? Those of you that are watching, how long, am I saying it right? How long can you bird watch? What's the limit? How many seconds? How many minutes? How many hours?
Minutes. I think 60 seconds coming to 59 seconds coming to a minute is too long. I think that's absolutely drawing the line. But I mean, I also think that something over like 5 seconds, like you said, I was at 3 in the beginning, but sometimes if it's too good, you just want a little bit more. So, and we're creatures of habit. So if we really like it, does that allow us to add a few more seconds? Or, what is it?
I think, well, personally, just adding on to that real quick, I think that, like, when, let's say, you're looking, right, and then let's say your person you're with, is like, let's say looks 2, then you can prolong the look, I believe. You can be like, oh, let's look some more, But
hold on. So you said if your partner, repeat that. I just want to make sure I heard it correctly.
So, like, you're looking, right, and then your person you're with, let's say look 3 seconds, right? Looks 2, and then I feel like you can prolong the look.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay.
you know, let's take a look.
Okay. So if my partner, we walking, we taking the stroke, right? And we like,
That's
and
like,
I'm
why not? You know.
and he like, and I'm like, oh, okay. Let's just turn around together and look together. You know.
Partners in crime.
Okay. All right. So
Bonnie and Clyde.
let's go to the comments. I want to go to the comments really quick. I think I'm way back. Let's go here. Replying to Kawana, this is Sylvia.
Okay.
If you're single, you're free to do all the bird watching you want and for as long as you want. So Sylvia made a comment earlier saying that pretty much if you look at too long, you might get smacked. She didn't say that, but she said there's a limit. And then so Kawana says, why does there have to be a line? And so somebody, oh my gosh, look who we have here.
Score!
Yo.
What up, brother?
What it don't do, folks?
So put your 2 cents in. Hold up. We have Sylvia. Before you start, we have Sylvia. She came in and she said, if I catch you, that goes to the question that what Chris said earlier. What if you don't see me? What if you do see me? So Sylvia saying basically, if I see you looking,
it's been too long.
Yeah.
You know what?
Hey, I think that's comedy.
She reminds me of my aunt. She reminds me of my aunt.
Amazing.
They give it to you straight like that. Hey, Satara.
I think that is. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
So, what do you have to say?
First, I want to start off by clearing up the whole alien thing because these drinks are strong and I'll be missing buttons.
Okay.
And what I'm basically saying is if you see a UFO, you're gonna stare at it, right?
Okay.
And if you just happen to associate the other sex body parts or hair or fingernails or whatever the fetish is that what he was talking about earlier, it's a bird and you're gonna stare at it.
Yes.
Natural, baby. Natural.
When you said bird, you were talking about watching.
Because it's
specifically a bird.
Exactly.
I understood that part. Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it! Don't bring up aliens, man. That's.
Hey, man, it could be a fetish, man. People like a lot of things nowadays. You never know.
So, it could be a fetish. You want to fuck an alien?
No, I don't. I'm just saying, you never know what the next man or woman like.
Okay,
when the aliens come down and they looking like, golly, you're gonna be like, whoa, should I do it? Think about mermaids. Some people like mermaids. Is everybody gonna start banging fish? I don't know. I'm not, but I don't know.
Well, what's funny about that is I have. So. I'll tell you all about it later. Yeah.
And then I also like what Sylvia said. If I catch you looking, it's too long. Like that's great because there has to be that respect and understanding within your relationship. Now, if you're with a woman or a man who can't respect your right to use these things right here on your face, and they smack you because they are either controlling, insecure, unsecure, no cure, or anything like that, then that's your relationship.
So now I think it's disrespectful if someone catches you watching them and you don't have the common decency to at least say hi, but you just turn away. Like that's if you're staring for that long and you don't say hi, like you better smack yourself.
Yeah.
Right. You know what? As a man, Chris, maybe you'll relate to this. It goes back to like back in the day, they used to say, hey, if you see a hot girl passing and you're with your lady, just stop and tie your shoe and look back. If you got to tie your shoe to get a glimpse of the sunset, damn, what you really doing?
I love how you just called a booty a sunset. That's too good. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so to the comments. Sylvia says, if I catch you looking, you've been looking too long. Period. Period. Am I saying it right? She said, if I catch you looking. And so Tara was, she gives you some high fives on that or a haze.
Hey, how you doing, girl?
Okay, bird watching is slang for people watching.
You know what? You reading comments from like 82 seconds ago, you know?
That's okay. That's all right. We still gonna. This is discussion. This is a discussion. So
Yes, no,
bird
I love it. I love it.
people watching. Okay.
So
So
basically, Chris was saying, bird watching, people watching, and I was like, well, bird watching is slang for, hey, check that out, or if you ain't gonna check it out with me, I'm gonna look at it, but I don't need to harp and turn into a Looney Tune character where my eyes bulge out my head and I get hit over the head with an anvil. But hey, look, let me tell you something. I happen to know somebody loves Idris Elba, and if Idris Elba walked past her, I expect her to have a seizure. I'm not gonna be like, hey, don't have no seizure when Idris walk past, okay? Because that's not acceptable. I'll tell you right now, if Janet Jackson walk anywhere within like 15 any radius of me, I'm you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you're the one that's gonna be moaning and stuff.
Oh my God.
Oh, yo, God.
oh,
Now, if you was with Sylvia,
man.
you'll get smacked. Because you're not going to be, she'll smack you before you get to O. Before you
No,
even.
no, no. Her bodyguard would.
Now, Idris Elba, since you brought it up, Idris Elba is handsome. Leave it in the chat if you think he is sexy, hot, fine, gorgeous, a hunk, a babe, a hottie. Put it in the chat if you agree with that. He is nice, and then the accent is great, right? So
I
let's
was
go
just
to
about to say that.
let's go to
Yep.
a comment. We all people watch. We all people watch, but when you're looking and are with someone, it's actually a bit disrespectful. What do y'all have to say about that?
Yes. I do think it's disrespectful because you're supposed to be paying attention to the person that you said you wanted to spend time with.
Yeah.
That's why you would be with that person, right?
Right?
So 100% it's disrespectful. But on the other side of the level, is that if Fallon and I go out, yeah, I would be like, damn, look at her. So I would include her though
Yeah,
to make it not disrespectful. I wouldn't just do it on my own and
Yeah.
not say anything about it. That could still be considered disrespectful. It could.
Yep.
In very many ways. But like I was saying earlier, I'm not going to go out with someone who doesn't appreciate looking at another fine self.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's like a level of security and
Put
security.
them on the date? Do you like say, hey, do you like looking at other people?
It's not really about like looking at other people. I don't think it's like about like just looking at other people and like just being out there to look at other people. I just think it's about having like a self-confidence and just being able to be confident. Like if there's something that's noticeable, it's a natural feeling to like notice it. But it's like, a level of respect where, you're going to be on the same level with the other person. Like, you want to know, okay, how much is too much? Like, okay, if you notice something and like you're with a person and like they're on the same level as you can say that and feel comfortable being like, hey, check that out. And then the other person will be like, hey, yeah, that's fucking hot. And then you have the confidence to just say that and feel that and like be okay with it. And there's nothing wrong with it. I feel like, it's like not when you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to go get that ass, when you're with that person, that's disrespectful, I think, unless you're both like, okay, and then you're on that vibe. But it's
Wait
like, it's
here
a
for a
thing,
second.
Yeah,
I'll
like-
be right
I'll
back.
be right back.
Be on the same vibe.
Let me
Yeah.
go pull that number real quick.
Yeah, but if you're like,
That's 100% like super disrespectful. like even if me and a girl are together and a girl says, "Let me go get that number real quick," of course I'm gonna say, "Okay, fine, go ahead."
Now, see, that's different strokes for different folks. Now, if your relationship's open and everything's fine, and they want to say
Right.
hi to whoever, and it's a challenge to go get the number, and it's fun and entertaining, by all means, go for it. Now,
Yes.
if let's just say your Christian wife says, "Hey, baby, I'm about to go get that number on God," you're gonna be like, "What, Scooby Doo?"
I'm gonna recruit her to come to church.
Yeah, man, she got to put something in the plate, baby. Let me go get that number, you know. Uh,
You go get
and
that
and
donation.
and and look, let's just step outside all this technology, the technological things that we got going on today. Everybody everywhere has always been some type of peeper. You know, they call them peeping toms, creepy creepsters, creepy starry guy, whatever you want to call it. You know, and forgive me for where I'm about to go right now because I'm just painting right now. Certain religions they keep their other mate uh fully trapped up. You can't see nothing because they already know that the other side is going to be watching and they don't want temptation. Okay, so with that said, and I know I'm not the best at what I just said, but I understand what I think I'm saying is that it is natural. I'm not going to take you to the beach on the first date knowing damn well it's 100 degrees outside and everybody wearing what, shoestrings and what have you not, because I am gonna be like, okay, and I don't want to get smacked. Nobody wants to ever seem like that. They can't control themselves, and then see, there's another word, control. You got to control yourself.
Yeah.
Golly, I didn't control myself when I saw you. I said, God damn, here we go. What's up, girl? Ushi, ushi, bushi, bushi. I don't know what ushi, bushi, bushi means, but I said it.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
great point. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Control.
really good.
Yeah.
I want
Okay,
to
so
go ahead. Go ahead.
actually, I was gonna ask you what you wanted to. I want a woman's perspective on this, and Fallon, you could even go forward on it, because Kawana, as a male, uh, had said the word control. So I would very much like a female's perspective on control.
Right.
Are you
Well,
talking about self control or
Oh,
what?
just
well,
wandering eyes or
yeah.
like
Yeah.
just control, like
Mm-hmm.
to be more specific, I guess, like
Okay.
have control on really paying attention to who you are with
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
rather than
Okay.
Yeah.
staying on
So
subject.
I have to agree with what Fallon mentioned earlier. And I believe somebody else mentioned security. How is
Mm-hmm.
your security within yourself? So
Mm-hmm.
control, self control, because that could be a different experience because in this culture, the American culture, we're taught that the traditional relationship is who you're with. They don't see nobody else. I love you. That's all I see. I don't see nobody else. I'm blind. And
Mm-hmm.
so we have that. We're taught that. We taught that we don't see anybody. So when someone else expresses their attraction, we're
Mm-hmm.
like, what? And so,
Mm-hmm.
but that's how we're taught. Now, once we
Yeah.
break out of that and we gain our own security, then we're okay. So you can be like, hey, oh, she's cute. Oh, she is cute. Now, I have to say there is a line. I agree with Phil.
Mm-hmm.
There's a line. So if you're talking
Yeah.
about her line is if I see you looking, then that's too much. For me, you start talking about if you start talking about masturbating, having sex, that's a whole different story.
Oh,
Not
I'll tear that up.
that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that's a bit much. That's a bit
you're
much.
moaning and stuff and all of that, like, ooh, and all
Mm-hmm.
of that, then I think that is a bit much.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there has to be some type of level of respect a level of control, because if not, then it's just like a kid being in the candy store. They're gonna want everything. They're
Yeah.
gonna take the whole store with them. We have to teach our kids self control. Like, hey, you can get some candy now, but you're not gonna come out with the whole store. You
I
know,
totally
you're gonna
agree.
get a little bag, and you're gonna put what fits in the bag. That's all you're gonna get. So I think with bird watching, you have to apply that same principle. Now, the candy is there, you see it, but you're not about to be doing all this extra stuff, you know. So
Mhm.
that's my opinion on that. Yes, you should have self control to a certain. Well, is it self control though, or is it respect?
Mm-hmm. When I
Oh,
think about that, like just based on what you're saying, really quickly, I think that yeah, you don't want to be that person who's like, yeah, whatever, um, just yeah, go for it, whatever. Like you want to have some kind of self respect also for yourself, and and that's what's important is having that self respect for yourself. So like not being too easy with it, but just being on the same level, just being having communication and like not feeling like yeah, you can just go off and do that and this and this. No, you can't do that, But it's like knowing that if you look, you look. It's okay, and if you guys both look, it's even better. But like not being like totally easy with it, but still showing your self respect in terms of like, well, if you want to go for that, go for that. But like I'm right here, So like respect this, And then
yeah,
wait,
I
Yeah.
I gotta use the
I
bathroom. I'll be
agree
back.
because
Well
like so
said, Fallon.
I don't know who
Make
it
sure you
was.
wash your hands, girl.
I don't know. Oh Lord, I don't know who it was that said basically. I don't lost my thought, but anyway, if we're turned on by everything that we see and we act on it, I think it was Sylvia. Why are we in a relationship? Because yes, there are going to be people that turns us on, like Idris Elba. For you, Janet Jackson, who is your person? You may get a little moist, a little wet. You may get a little hard on. But do we act on all these things? Do we act, because that would be crazy. There has to be self control and self respect. Because if we act on all these things, like all the people that turned us on, we walking with our partner and stuff. Oh, shit. Oh my gosh. And then your partner feeling your pussy and stuff, and it's all wet and moist, and you ready to act. And then you looking at your partner and he all hard and stuff, and y'all like, oh, this is great. You see somebody you like, like, this is awesome. Wow. How many more people are we gonna see that turns us on? No. We have to have some sort of control.
Guidelines.
Correct, I think, because
And
you that person
look,
for
look, look. Ooh, fumble. No, sorry, I
what was
dropped
that?
the phone a little bit. I'm not. I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to say, you have to give each relationship their own rules and regulations. You're not gonna see two. And I hate to keep bringing up religion because it's very touchy, but you're not gonna see two devoted Christians and some strict Muslims looking left and right because then they have restraints from another power, but when you realize that God said, hey, you got free will, I'm gonna let you do what you're gonna do. Now determine on what you do, you might have to pay for them consequences later. Now to what Sylvia said, paying for the consequences mean you look too hard, you might get a whack the towel right across your face. You know, some people cheat and then their whole relationship crumbles. Some people look and desire. I mean, look at like keeping up with the Kardashians. I mean, look at Instagram. They got all these challenges where daughters and grown women is out there just bouncing and shaking and hey, even if you're attracted to the opposite sex, everybody is always looking and I feel like if I might have misinterpreted the topic at hand, but I'm gonna say this: if you like what you see You should be able to see it. Now, do you go above and beyond, like you said, moaning and salivating? Well, you if you're
Is it frozen?
Not anymore. Koana logged off.
Okay, so I do
I
want
like
to
that
go to the
statement.
comments really quick. The couple that bird watches together stays together because it's real, and you should never have to hide how you feel because your partner may be insecure. If you're confident, you ain't got no worry. Okay, that remind me of the little song, the song Lil Wayne saying, "I ain't got no worries." So, he said that, and let's move to the next comment. Sylvia says, "How do men feel about your woman looking?"
hey,
I I
Why?
encourage it. I encourage it.
and I'm back.
Now,
I'm sorry. That was the Hilton reminding me I had a 4 night stay somewhere. I don't know.
yeah, I if I am in and have been in a serious relationship, I do encourage um, my significant other to look. I do. Um, Now, then that's gonna spike questions for me because out of my curiosity, even being a very confident guy, I want to know what they liked about that guy, and then
Yep.
I might want to do something that that guy had a style of
Yeah, I
to
might want to put on a
make
muscle
my
shirt, even though I
significant
got a stomach.
partner right. But I wouldn't go into it as a negative. I wouldn't be like, "What the? Why you looking?" You know. I would say like, "Oh, what you like about that?" You know. And
Exactly.
then after I got my answer, I would take that as a positive and possibly try and do something that that guy resembled or female, whatever. Well, in my case, it would probably be another guy, right? So yeah, I, the only thing I probably couldn't do is change the color of my eyes, you know. But
They make
because
contacts for that.
I can't.
That seems so
I wear
Let
awkward.
me tell you,
glasses.
and to go with what Chris is saying, I'll say this, brother. If my lady say, it's something about the way the mailman come up to the door and then push that button, and then I get my package, I'm getting me a goddamn mailman costume, and I'm not gonna
Yes.
ask her why and how come and how dare you, and I'm the only. Nah, man, that's
Yeah.
unrealistic, and
Because
so
then
many
it's not
problems.
fun. It's not fun
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah, so many
You want a
problems come from
relationship to be
relationships
fun.
trying to confine
Mhm.
and dictate and control, and that's
Mhm.
as a society of people, especially here in America, we trying to get away from the dictation,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
the control, hey, guess what? I'll say it. Hey, man, I didn't put on a man thong and it got the little hangy crotch thing with the elephant with the little button you push it and make noise and stuff. I didn't
Whee!
wore stuff. I didn't
Are
wore
you,
stuff for my
wait, hold
woman.
on. Are you just talking about your crotch now? You got the little elephant.
Oh, okay.
It
So
was
let me.
more of an anteater.
Oh, hold up. We didn't read that one. So let's read that one.
Okay.
The strip is a hell of a drug. You got to be real confident and secure when with your situation to go down that yellow brick road. Okay.
Let me
Um,
tell you something. I made that comment. Can I
I
elaborate since I'm here?
Yes, please.
I've been on the strip with my lady, okay? And and as Chris had mentioned earlier, I see guys, I see girls. My attraction is to women. However, I've seen a brother dressed from head to toe, looking like, damn, I should get them shoes, that shirt, and them pants. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now, after that, now, whew. I done seen some stuff on the strip club that make you, you know, you just lose all control of thought process. Your computer shuts down, and you know, you just you're not acting like yourself because I think some of it has to do with, you know, what we see on TV, what we see where we go, and what our internal desires might want to be a part of. It doesn't necessarily mean because I see that girl, I want to be with that girl. I sometimes, you know, you
Oh,
look
I
but you
thought you were
don't touch.
talking about a male strip club.
Oh, well, you know what? Hey, I've been. Hey, guess what? Hey, I've been in one of those too, man. I had the time of my life, man. That shit was funny and fun as hell, and it was for me. It was all respectful, man. I paid them nothing but homage, and I got stories in the bank up here, you know. But that's not for everybody. Every man can't
Right.
walk into a male strip club with a mate. Every woman can't go to the strip club with a man, you know, and I believe that it does come from a place of first self insecurity. Forget putting the insecurity on your mate. Try thinking about yourself having the problem first, you know. I've been blessed, and I say blessed to say I've been around many people in the same room naked, and I don't care. I'm not sitting there like, whoa, hold up, that's weird, you know. Shit, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, move on.
Yeah, no, totally agree with you on that.
And
Yeah,
Fallon, I love your hair, by the way. It looking pretty swell.
thank you.
Yes, yes.
That's
That's a good point, though. Yeah.
it's very great that you threw that in there.
I think I'm thinking over here. Okay, so let's go to Kawana says, Satara, you better tell him. Mike says, no problem with bird watching at all. It's just looking.
Shout out, Dean.
Sylvia says a secure woman will never have an issue with another beautiful woman. I think that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote, right? A secure woman will never have an issue. Did you finish that, Sylvia?
Hey, Jason Statham, baby, Jason.
I even pointed out a beautiful woman to a man I was with. It's just appreciating beauty. I love that because I do that all the time actually. I'm like, oh, she's so cute, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous. So I agree with that, Oksana.
And like,
So
hey, what Oksana saying, just
compliment and
because
support
you,
other women if
sorry.
they petty.
Yeah. Right.
I agree.
So okay, actually, that strikes a light bulb in my head for a thought that
Uh-oh.
you have to also look at who your significant other is more friends with. Say, like, if I'm dating someone, is my girl friends with a lot of girls, or is she friends with more guys, right? So that could tell me a lot. All right, if she's not friends with a lot of girls, definitely insecure about having girlfriends, right? So
Necessarily. Not
not
necessarily.
necessarily.
No, because for me, growing up, my best friends, a lot of them were always male. So
Okay.
I naturally got along with males in general. I have female friends too, but my best friends tend to be male. So I wasn't insecure. I never had that, but I do see nowadays that there are women have told me that no, it's a no for my female friend to be around my man.
Right.
Have insecurities within themselves. But I never looked at it that way because it just depends. So I can't agree with that statement because it depends on the person actually how secure they are because like I may have more male friends than female friends. And so, like Jeff, he's one of my best friends. He's a male. And so that doesn't mean that I'm insecure. No, I compliment women all the time. Actually, I tell them to their face that they're beautiful. Not only to my partner, I tell them that. And I look forward to complimenting people when when I find them attractive or I like something about them. So I don't agree with that statement.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that it doesn't apply to someone else. Yes, that could be the case for someone else. But as a
Sure.
blanket statement, no.
Which I was going to get to the other point of what you just grasped out of everything. But thank you for hopping in and definitely putting me in my place. Uh, yeah, no, very strong statement. I definitely do agree with that. Um, like I said, I've been with enough people to definitely have been thrown very many curveballs in life. So I've experienced every single one of them. Um, it was just something to throw out and see what anyone else would say, and definitely great response.
Okay. So let's read this comment. Let me tell you I got a telescope. I feel I were to keep my feelings internal, it's a form of lying to your partner. Why not share this amongst each other and have a conversation on with your day? It's not a big of a deal. I think there's more. Hold on. Oh, that's it. So let me just put my 2 cents in on that. Um, everything you don't have to share, because I disagree with that, because we have our own minds, our own thought process, our own internal thinking for a reason. And it's not because we need to disclose all of it, or display, share, talk about all of it. It's for our own being, our own natural selves. So if that was the case, I believe that the universe, God, whoever you may believe in, whatever it is that you believe in, if that was the case, then our thoughts would be displayed. There's no need for me to share with you everything because I can't. So I don't agree with every
Okay.
thought. Every thought needs to, or whatever it is, needs to be displayed, because if I'm going to share with you who is attractive, who every person, if I'm going to share with you every person that is attractive to me, then that means I should share with you when I feel like peeing, or when I feel
Well,
like
hold on.
pass, or when I feel like whatever it is I feel like, I should share with you. I don't
Well,
agree
hold
with
on.
that.
See that now? I agree with you. I
Hold
agree
on
with
now.
you there.
Hold on. Let me clear my throat. But anyway, no, let me finish.
So,
So what I'm saying is, every thought shouldn't be and doesn't have to be expressed. When we come to the point that we feel that everything you're thinking should be expressed to us, that means that we have some insecurities that we need to address within ourselves, because we were not created naturally to mind read. We were not created naturally to know every single thought that the other person has. So it is up to us whether we choose to share those thoughts with other people. It's up to us. So you could totally be in a relationship and see somebody that's attractive and choose not to tell them. That's okay. That's your right as a being in this universe. But it's nice if you want to share it, but it's not necessary. I don't feel that it's a lie. because you are entitled to whatever you think that you want to think or believe. You are entitled. It is your right, your universal right, stamp of approval to think and believe how you want to. It's not for other people to have your story. It's yours if you want to share your story, but your story is for you. Your mindset, your thinking is for you. Now, it's up to you what you want to do with that information. I'm not going to go on because I can preach on this subject,
Okay,
but
I have
I don't
one
agree
thing
with
that
that.
I kind of want
Like,
to
I
say.
don't have to tell you that Idris Elba is hot. I don't have to tell you that. I mean, I could just be like, "Oh, he can get it in my head, and I'll be okay." He can get it in my head. That's it. I don't have to share it with my partner, my whoever.
So, in my experience, um, I love when people share things with me, like stupid little things that maybe liking Idris Elba. I would love to know that. Um, See, here's when relationships also get stale because of things that people want to hold back, right? So
Hmm.
I really, really encourage anyone that I see to tell me their fucking life story. I want to hear it. I do. I don't get jealous over it. Like,
And whereas some men don't even want to hear that shit, so that should
right.
be a blessing. You go, brother.
Well,
Is
those
that
two people
you
are
know?
meant to be. You know.
It depends.
Uh,
It depends. But I have to say, I don't
Let
agree
yeah.
with you on that statement that it's a form of lying. It's not. So
that
you're basically telling me if that's a form
well
of lying, anything that we do not tell you that we process in our mind is lying to you.
well
So that
you
means
have to
sit here hours
you have
upon
to you
hours.
have to remember this. Just because you said it, I just want to comment because it's you got to remember this. So there's something called withholding truth, okay, which is
Oh,
not
I know
lying.
how
You
you
withhold
hold it.
you keeping you keep if you're in
What
court
Mama don't
But
know
did
and
you
you
ask
won't
trying,
me a
hurt her.
question though? Did you
yeah,
ask me a
what they
question?
don't know won't hurt.
Did you ask me a
And
question? Did you ask me
well,
a
but see,
question?
guess what?
Did you ask me a pointed
But this
question?
is what I don't think in your from how you're approaching it, I don't think that the person did
Oh,
ask
you're
the
good.
question. But
You
I
don't
would
need it.
like to say,
Oh, I have some of
with
this
what
chili.
Chris just said, with what Chris just said, if you don't tell him you like Idris Elba, then don't expect to see the new Idris Elba movie. Don't have your man's not going to try to surprise you and take you to see that movie because he
I
has
get
no
all.
idea you like that.
I
Now,
get
now, what I would like to add to that is what also what Chris said, and I do agree with, and I agree with you too, Sophia, and some things are better kept left in your head. Okay, um, when you're in a relationship with somebody for a significant amount of years, that person already knows you. Okay, they know how you blow bubbles when you sleep. They know what you do. And for me, and I'm gonna take the whole bird watching
What?
thing out of the equation
There
right
you go.
now, and I'm gonna say sometimes people want to open up and share things for comfort. So, for instance, if I'm about to fart and I tell you, I'm warning you that you, A, should either back up or B, I'm about to back away from you. Now, should I just keep it in my mind and pass it out my ass and let your nose have a blast? No. I think that we should let this all be out there so that you are not caught off guard and I'm not caught off guard. Now the
Um,
fart is a the fart is a what do you call that? It's
and
a what's that rappers they be yeah, it's a metaphor for anything that we could be talking about at this point of view.
uh,
Yeah, no, totally.
okay.
you
So
know what? I just gotta
let me
say
chime
right
in on
now.
that really quick.
Stop
I'm going to
saying
chime
fart.
in
I laugh every
Um,
time. I'm still like
because
halfway
you know
child.
what? You're talking about farting, right?
Stop
Action.
saying
No.
fart.
You're talking about passing gas. Okay, so let me tell you this.
No, I'm not.
Okay, if you're not talking about gas. Okay, so you're saying, hold up, I'm going to use what you just said. You just said,
Farting would be the metaphor of keeping your thoughts to yourself.
okay, yes. Let me break it down for you. Let me break it down. So you're talking about, hey, I'm about to fart, and
Come
you know,
on, guys.
you might need to back up, or you can be blown away. Your choice. I'm not telling you that. Okay.
Let me
Now
blow your mind.
we're talking about bird watching, right? So
Whoa.
we see somebody. Now the question is, according to what you just said, are we about to do something with this person, or are we just looking? You know, are we about to let it go, let it
Yes,
flow?
I'm about to look.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So you said passing gas. You passed the gas. So that's an action. What
I
action
should have used a better metaphor. I'm sorry, you guys.
are bird watching? So if we're gonna take an action, yes. If we're in a relationship, we should definitely let someone know. If we're gonna say, oh, you know what, I'm about to get his number, her number, and I'm about to try to hit it. So, do you want to move away, step aside, or do you want to watch and be blown away? So, I think that's
Now
what we
hold
talk.
on.
It's not about
Now hold
just
on. Hold on. Now, bird watching and getting numbers is two total different
hold up,
levels
hold up.
of
What
climbing
you're
the
talking
tree.
about? Hold up, exactly. But I'm saying what you're saying. You say you're gonna pass gas. We know that when you pass gas, it's gonna be funky. Nobody, except for me, that passes gas,
Sometimes it don't stink.
it doesn't stink. You know, I'm the only one. I'm exempt. When I pass gas, it smells like what? Flowers. No,
Roses.
peaches. It smells like peaches.
Boo, boo,
I could eat a
boo.
peach for hours.
Woo!
You go to the kitchen. When I pass gas, you go to the kitchen and get you a bowl of ice cream. That's what you do. So we're talking about protecting your nose, or you know, moving aside. So if you're going to take that, yes, you should tell someone if you're planning to take action. Just then looking, because just looking, that's natural. We see, we have natural eyes, so we see. And if someone comes across our path that is beautiful, gorgeous, you know, we like, oh, okay. But when we decide to take action, which you decided to take action if you're fighting, you decided to pass that guy. You
No.
decided, no, you with your partner, right? You can
Hey,
I think it got mixed
hey,
up in
you have
translation.
a choice. You can ignore it, hold it in, right? We've all held in gas when we was in an interviewing for a job. We had some gas that just felt like it wanted to come out. We don't let
If
it
you in an
out.
interview, you let it out
We
very
do not
slowly,
let it out.
incrementally.
We don't let it out.
wait.
We
Okay,
hold.
hold on.
We hold it. We hold it. So
Hold on.
we hold it. Right. Right. We don't just
No,
let it
you
out.
let it out
Now,
incrementally. You go poop, poop,
we
poop,
can
poop, poop,
tell
poop, poop,
our
poop.
future
Not if
employers.
you're sleeping. Trust me, when you're sleeping, I've woken up to a fart before. I'm like, what the? Like,
Yeah.
who the
Sometimes
fuck
when
is
my
that?
partner,
It wasn't my dog.
sometimes when my partner's sleeping, I'm farting. I'm closing her mouth when she sleeps so it don't get in her mouth. Now my fart,
Oh,
my
Metaphors.
fart.
exactly. You
But
knew that you were going to take action, which
I
is
just
smart. So you protect.
No wait,
But okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I
Kawana,
was.
you're sleeping on the couch tonight.
But Sophia,
What
like
I'm
with
trying
what
to
you're
say.
saying. Okay. So Sophia, with what you're saying, I totally understand in points in terms of like, yeah, some things you don't want to disclose. Like back to what you're saying about that, like whatever you're comfortable with. It's whatever you're comfortable with. The comfortability. You don't want to say something. You don't want to say it. It's up to you. It's your choice. You don't have to say it. Of course. So in the end, yeah, of course, it's our choice. We don't have to fucking say everything we want to say, but it's like whatever we want to say, we can say it. And I think that level of comfortability, if we want to keep it inside, we keep it inside, and that's okay. If we want to keep it to ourselves, we keep it to ourselves. It's just whatever we're comfortable with. And I think that if you, so I think whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It could be something you want to keep inside to yourself, or you want to fucking expose it and be open with it. I think no matter what, it's our choice. You're right.
I agree. Let's go to the comments really quick. Corner says, I like how Sylvia said, if I catch you looking, it's too long. And then he then says, why wouldn't I do the same? And then he says, are there blurred lines, as Robin Thicke would say? Oksana says, Sylvia said, if I catch you looking, it's too long. Creeper
You
status.
can own that one.
Creeper status. Idris is, hey, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, he is fire. Yes, he is. You know what? He can get it. He can. Absolutely. Absolutely. Then, hold up. How do you say it in Spanish? You know what? I need to stop.
Absolute.
Absolutely. Sophia, the guy from Queen Sugar who plays Ralph Angel is black. Finest exemplified. He is hot. He dark too. Oh my gosh. Yes. I know how old he is. That's how fine he is. I know exactly who you're talking about. So Sylvia says, Sophia, the guy from Queen. Oh, hold up. The same comment. She did it twice. He's super fine. Who plays Ralph Angel's finest personified? Okay, she did it twice. He hot. He is. He hot. Let's continue. I have self-control, but I don't want to control my partner. If they can't control themselves, I'm out. Exit stage left. Okay.
Yeah.
Be careful what you ask for. And then
I can relate to that because I've been the bearer of bad news by my own doing. And yeah, I didn't intentionally ask for it, but I got what was coming.
Coming.
What do you look at?
Sorry, guys.
Would you like me to elaborate more on that? Yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
Let's just use for example. Yes, if I know my significant other that I'm with does not like me bird watching, am I going to expect me to get broken up with if I do it enough times? So the answer is probably yes, and I have gotten what I deserve before. I guess, I don't know, bird watching.
What do you expect?
But
you know
yeah,
what? Hey, Chris, I'll tell you this.
From my first podcast that I was on with you guys, and I want to go back to that for just a second.
Oh man, shout out. Hey, look, I'm on here right now because I've been watching all this, and I've been typing funny words, and I was like, you know what? It's easier this way. So please continue, and I love you.
Thank you, brother. I really appreciate you, man.
I love Fallon too, man. She ain't fucked around either.
So to my first podcast, I want to reiterate, I did that in my past life when I was a cheater. Now, I'm grown, I've learned, don't cheat anymore. So, yeah, I can look back at my life and say, I've definitely gotten what I've deserved before. So, Sylvia, yes.
I think we all have. I think we all have.
You are definitely
You
right.
know, you be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. What you put in the universe will come true. You okay? And I mean, hey, I'm pretty sure all of us have said I want $1 million, and we only end up with a couple dollars. But things that are outside of our control versus things that we control, I think is what Sylvia's getting at. But I would like to say, I would like to say.
Mm-hmm.
Because me and Sylvia, we go way back. You know what I'm saying? Me
Are
and
you
Sylvia go
sure?
way back. Yeah. I mean, I.
Mm-hmm. That's
She don't play. She don't play. She call it like it is, and I've gotten a lot of that in my life. I say, but my call it like it is comes with the possibility of what else may come. You know, it's not
mm-hmm.
always just lights on, lights off, black and
Yeah.
white. There's gray, there's purple, there's a rainbow in there, you know. So if you ever find yourself in a place where you can't come to your partner, and since we're talking about, you know, bird watching as the topic right now, and say, hey, I like that. If they can't get down with it, like you were saying, Chris, like, hey man, you didn't felt the short end of the stick of your short doings, you know, your shortcomings. Well, then
Yeah.
maybe that person wasn't for you, you know. When you do have somebody that can respect what you are interested in, not saying that you get to go ahead and just be a Snoop Doggy dog,
Mm-hmm.
but you get to express yourself. That's beautiful. I'm not encouraging no man nor no woman to disrespect their woman, but if they're or man, but if they take hey as disrespectful and it's time to end it, then that may not be somebody that's on your level as far as confidence and strength. Now, some people look at that different, and I totally respect that too. I do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I totally agree with your comment, you know, and I think it's like in relationships, I feel like it's not really about like control, you know. It's about mutual like, you know, understanding kind of, you know. There's like I don't think that the control, you know, it's about having your self-awareness, self security, self, you know, self-confidence, and the, you know, controlling this and that. I don't think that that's necessary to be controlling in any situation. Like, just yeah, you have to have self-control. Everyone has to have self-control, I feel like. And you know, just being respectful to one another, just being on the same level, just having the same communication, being able to communicate about what you feel comfortable communicating with, and the more you communicate, I think the
Hmm.
better. You know, it's controlling is not good, I believe. It's like control yourself, of course, we all control ourselves, but controlling one another is not necessary. I feel like it's more about a mutual, you know, shared understanding and communication.
I agree with that. I agree with the 100% on that, Fallon, because,
That's the
it's not
ultimate,
about
you know.
control. When we begin to think that we can control the other, then we're already out of alignment with who we are called to be. It's
Mm-hmm.
not our job, it's not our purpose, it's not our duty that we should control the other person. So when we
Yeah.
get to the point that we feel that we have to control others, then yes, that's outside. That not only is that outside, crossing boundaries within relationships, but that's crossing boundaries with your natural being. And so I do
Yeah.
want to go to the comments on here. Sylvia says, be careful what you ask for. And she says, actually, I meant what I said. Be careful because you just might get what you're asking for. And that's not always a good thing. And she says, deuces, I'm out, y'all. Okay. Have a good night. Thank you. Thank you
uh,
for tuning in. And so this was a very good topic. It's like we can continue to go on and on and on and on about bird watching, the boundaries, the limits. We had some good insight on this, different perspectives, different beliefs on it. And this was really cool. So I'm gonna give it to y'all if y'all have any last minute thoughts that you want to chime in because we haven't even gotten to topic 2 yet.
I'm super excited for
I would like
topic
to.
2. Go ahead,
No, go
Kawana.
ahead, go ahead. I'm after you. No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely excited for topic 2. I think it would be very, very good. I was actually just looking at my phone, wondering when we were going to start that. Also, I was wondering if the podcast could go for like 3 hours. So I don't
No,
know because there might be a lot to talk about it. I'm not sure, but I
You know,
definitely would
okay.
like to get that.
All I would like to say, as far as topic one goes, is stop what you're doing when you wake up tomorrow. If you get up early, take a look out your blinds. When you see that bird go by, don't tell me it ain't beautiful.
Ooh, okay. Poetic justice. All right.
A red sparrow and a blue jay. All
Okay.
right.
Hey man, woo.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
And we
So,
talking about
Right
birds.
on.
Okay.
Um,
Should I? Okay. Should I? Okay. Well, I got one more bird statement. When you look at a bird outside, a bird's number one purpose is to go out, get some food, and come on back home.
Sophia.
okay.
Okay. Michael Shack says, "Let's go." Okay. Um,
Okay. So,
Sophia,
that was pretty
tell us
cool.
tell us
So,
about the.
you know what? I'm gonna have that on the next topic. So, I want to talk to my viewers right now. We still going at it. It's almost 1 hour and 40 minutes that we have been talking about the same subject, bird watching. This was really.
Wow.
I may have to bring this one back. We're on to number 2. So if you want to hop on live, it's not too late to put your 2 cents in if you ain't scared. So the link is in the description. Don't forget to go to my YouTube page to subscribe, and you will be notified every time I release content. So put your 2 cents in, chime in on the chats if you don't want to hop on live with me, but this is an open platform. And Kawana, I love what you just said. That's going to be another topic. Don't forget that if you have topics that you want me to discuss, to leave them in the comments and please tag me because I will definitely have that topic on my show. Because guess what? This show is called Off Limits for a reason. We're talking about things that you guys want to talk about, things that you don't want to talk about, things that are not talking about, uh, not spoken about in public. So we will be discussing those things. So let's move on to topic number 2, which is dirty texting, dirty talking.
Awesome.
Does it turn you on? So I want to
I
hear from
want to
y'all.
start this off.
Put your comments in because I want to talk about this. I want to know how you feel. Does it turn you on? Is it
what's that?
necessary? Important? Is it irrelevant? What is it?
Well,
Fallon,
then you can just talk about it.
Fallon, I want to start.
Yeah, I love it. I'm so excited about this topic. Just it got me so excited. I think this is a great topic, and for me personally, love it. Yes, I do love dirty talking and dirty texting, and I think that it's really nice and fun, and it definitely adds some spice to everything. There's a certain limit. Of course, you don't want to overdo it. Of course. And I think knowing that limit and doing that amount that's like, the amount that really gets it going, I think it's really nice. I think that's really nice, and I definitely think that's a added bonus that should be there, personally, for me.
Okay, so is it the texting and the speaking, or which one do you
Uh,
prefer? Or do you
yeah, I
like
think
both?
speaking is good. Like I said, not overdoing it. Just think, at the right times. You don't be like talking, dirty talking like a
So,
fucking. But yeah, you want to be like
question
saying
for
it.
you.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely
What's
think it's
the,
important.
what type of talking do you like? Like what it sounds like to you? Can
Well,
you give
I
us
could
some
tell
straight?
you.
You want, I
Yeah.
want to hear
I could tell you.
It's like saying
talent.
actions,
I could show you.
certain
That,
actions, like
oh,
actions you want to take, things that you want, things you want to do, sexually, and yeah, pretty much, just verbalizing it. I think it's very hot. I think it's very sexy, and like at the right times, a dirty text can be something that's gonna spark it, gonna turn you on. Ooh, like, oh, okay. Unexpected sometimes is great. I definitely think that it's, sometimes the unexpected is great, and also I think that, so if you want to, so you don't want to make it like something that's like boring. I think that, like, making it real and genuine too. What do you like? What do you like? What do you want? And verbalizing that, and then in the sexy text, and also 100% in the in person bedroom. Yeah, I think that's hot.
So, can you give us any specifics on that?
Okay.
Like, what's
Yeah,
the
like I want to suck your
phrase, the
fucking
text,
big
and
dick. Like I want to suck your big dick. I want your fucking mouth on my pussy. Let's say you're into eating pussy, right?
okay, that's for you. What about
Um.
what do you want to hear them say to
Oh, I
Ooh,
you?
want to
baby, I'm
hear
gonna
them
smell
say,
your butt.
I want to put my fucking big dick in your ass.
Oh,
I've gotten that message several times from her.
I'd like to even if it's like something subtle, like you can start off with like something sexy, like oh, I really want to feel your the taste of your body on my lips. Let's say you're into that. Oh my god. Oh, and then you can start going a little subtle, and then you can keep it going with a little extra. It's like up to you, depending on what level you're at. So you can go
okay.
hardcore, subtle. But I
So,
think it's
Chris,
all good.
going to you. What do you think?
Um, yeah. So, okay. I've definitely gotten. Do you want me to be Logan Long right now, or do you want me to be like normal
Be
Chris?
wherever the hell you want to be. You could be Barney for all I
But
heard.
I want to also relate to the viewers. I don't always just want to tell my experiences from always just getting laid because it's my job. I want to tend to the viewers. So yeah, basically before my industry days, which is really where I want to go. Yeah, yeah, sex always
Take him
intrigued
there,
me.
brother. Take him there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So definitely, even a girl saying, "Hey, can I come over tonight?" That to me is dirty talk. Like honestly, because I know what's gonna go down already in my mind, right? Um, it's like, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna cook you some dinner, and I know we banging. We doing the wild in the bed.
And you gonna turn
Um,
on some Maxwell
it, and or Sade.
and or
And then
Sade.
if we got a crazy redhead, turn on some fucking punk rock and yep. So yeah, no. Going back to my not vanilla days because I've never had those, but just being a sexual turned on person. Like my switch has never really turned off since I was like 14. Um, but yeah, and I'm 33 now. Just so yeah, no, a simple like, hey, are you free tonight? That's dirty talk to me.
That's kind of cool, actually. That's a really good point. Like, I never thought about that. That's really cool, like, to think of it like that. Like, oh, even that could be dirty talk. Like, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And now, okay. If I want to go a little bit further, and a girl says, "You've been on my mind all day," that's dirty talk to me too. Now, okay, you want to go way further, and I get a text message saying, "Are you hard yet? Because you should be. I'm coming over." Whoa! I'm like, yeah, now I am. Like, yep, I was before, but now I'm super hard, right? Um, and then yeah, it just goes up from there, and I'm not gonna get into that. Kawana, what's up? You tell us
Okay.
what dirty talk to you is.
Yeah. I'll be the first to say, dirty talk has gotten me in a lot of trouble. Um, and here's what I mean. So when you're younger, dirty talk is like, right? As you get older and, and you got these other responsibilities, sorry, as you get older, you got other responsibilities. I have a dirty talk about 2:45. Okay, nobody that knows 2:45 during the middle of the work day. Time I get home, all that shit I said I was gonna do, tired. So now I end up over promising, delivering.
Oh,
Good point.
So I have found that it's better just to just home and talk dirty or wait until you face, because how you feel now not necessarily mean how you feel 15 minutes, 20 hours later. You see what I'm saying?
well, you know what, Kawana, you and I now have probably been friends for 17 years, I think.
I can elaborate.
You're breaking up, but if you can hear me, it's great. So like 17 years of friendship, you've known me to get off of work and just be like, I'll see you when I'm done after work. So I've always been, my switch is always on. And then I've definitely been out to the club with you. I don't know shit. Kwan, are you still there?
He's not there.
So anyways, I'll further on. Actually, you know what? I won't. I won't talk about his life without him being here. No.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Let's hear your side.
No, go ahead. You sound like you wanted to continue on to something.
Yeah. So I do want to touch base on picture sending.
Okay.
So it can be a turn on, but I actually do feel like, why send pictures? Why? I hate it, because it's like, if you have time to take the picture, you don't have time to come over. I hate it. Oh, what? Like, what are you doing right now that you have time to take a fucking picture?
You know what? I'm actually going to have that on another show, because that's actually an interesting topic. If you have time to send a picture, do you not have time to come over? That's a good topic.
Well, I mean, I have gotten like picture text while someone's at work. Like, I've gotten several nurse outfits. Well, I've dated a few nurses, and that's hot though. I appreciate those, because I'm like, all right, you're being kinky, but you're also saving lives. You're doing something really important. And not saying that other jobs aren't important. I'm not saying that at all. But it's like, if you do work an office job, just do your work and then come over later. But just text me like, hey, can I come over later? Okay, but yeah, I really hate just picture and video messages. It's like, you could put that time towards driving over to my house or inviting me over. Right? It could be vice versa. Vice versa. I go there, you come here. It's okay. But put that time into actually wanting to see me. Those are like dead innuendos.
I'm actually have to have a topic on that, because I think that's very interesting, because with modern days right now, a lot of people are doing that, like sending pictures, and I never thought what you thought, like, hey, if you have time to take a picture, geez, you have time to spend 15 minutes driving over to your house. And if you're in LA, 30, 40 minutes. Don't let traffic be bad. You know, taking a picture only takes a minute. So that's definitely a topic I'm going to have. But but for me, I do love dirty texting, dirty talking. Now, however, I don't like it, for this is my personal opinion. I don't like. I'm not a fan of if it sounds like porn. Like, oh yeah, you like this big cock, don't you? No,
That's my life that you're talking
my
about.
pussy dries all the way up. You know, it don't dry all the way up, but it's like a turn off for me. I don't like it to sound like a porn. You know, I rather it sounds like genuine love making, or like, hey, this is what I thought of on my own, not like, oh yeah, fuck this big dick. Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
heard this
You know,
earlier
I
this
don't want it to
morning.
be like that. I mean, that's like, I'm like, okay. It takes my mind to a different place. So
So I
that's me.
So what is like genuine like? What is like a dirty talk for you? Like,
I guess it has to
oh,
be
I was about to dirty talk you right now.
natural. No, it has to be natural. Like, oh, I don't know. Like this, it feels great. I love how
No,
you,
I totally
but
get it because um I do the porn thing, and sometimes I do it at home when I'm with another performer. Um and I do get stuck in that phase sometimes. But if I am in a different kind of status, um oh, okay. I was just looking at a comment Koana wrote. Okay, so if I am in a different type of status, my dirty talk would be um, not so much talk. It would be more like a deep breath, something more sensual, I guess. Like smell my partner's neck, right? And right next to your ear, you're gonna hear that, but I'll also let out like some hot air, and who doesn't like a nice hot air right on their neck, right behind their ear, or right? Wouldn't that
oh,
turn you on, right?
yeah, that sounds
no,
so hot.
no.
No? Okay, all right.
I wouldn't want no hot air blowing on my neck. I mean, because I'm usually already hot. If you cool it down,
Okay, so a nice
you
cold,
cool it down,
a
then
cool
I
a
might
cool
like it.
stream, like a blowing on, like right back in the back of your ear. Um, or definite touch, and kind of just go on the topic of like, is that okay with you? Like a reassurance. That's something that I always like to do. A reassurance of, is that okay? You like that? Um, can I do this? You know, um, I'm retarded.
No, it sounds like
Or
sounds like it's five after sort of
I
Uh, we're talking about
music.
dirty talking, dirty texting, and
and then I
you
figured out
said
that
that he likes it. He likes to blow hot breath air on someone's neck. And I told him,
That
he's
sounds
like,
wet.
everybody would
I
like
can
that. And
only
I'm
hear
like, no,
Chris and Fallon. I can't hear Sophia.
oh,
I'm not saying anything.
okay, well, you might need to go out and come back in.
Sophia and I need to clear something up right now. Okay, so forget everything I just said. What was in my mind did not actually come out correct on really what came out of my mouth. So do retract all that.
You can try it
Yeah.
again.
No, No, I'm gonna leave it right there for right
Not
now.
about the hot breath. You take back blowing the hot breath on somebody's neck because I know if
Can
I
you
got
guys
some
hear
hot
me?
breath on my
Okay, so here's where the hot breath came in. If you're in spoon position, I love spoon position because I never get to do that during work. Okay, so when you're like really in the moment and like you're breathing hard,
yeah.
so then you're breathing on the person's neck, but it also turns them on because the sweat,
Oh
then the
yeah.
sweat,
Okay.
and then
I get,
the wind of your breath will like cool them down, possibly. I don't know. Fuck that. Whatever. No, it's just the passion. That's what I'm really talking
okay.
about.
I
Is
get
the
that.
passion
So,
of
yes.
the breath of
Okay. I get that. I
being
like
in the
that.
motion of fucking. That's really what I'm trying to say.
Okay. I get
Such a
that. And I
thing.
like
It came across so
that. If it's
pathetic.
natural, hot breath coming out because you're panting and all of that and you're breathing and it's natural, that's great. But if you're like just blowing hot ass breath on my neck because
It's not
you
ass breath,
said
all right?
No, I
no,
think I see what you're saying. It's like a certain level of
no,
like
I'm not getting
passion.
turned on from that. My
Oh, of course
my
not.
Vegas
Neither
thing
would
got
I.
all the
You're
way up.
smart woman. Smart woman not to say that you would.
Yeah, but I think with like dirty talk, like wherever it comes from, wherever action or words are spoken, where it comes with passion and it comes with genuine, like desire and whatever you're saying. In my opinion, whatever you're saying, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're doing, if it comes with a passion and the genuine like desire, I think that's you feel it, you want it, and it's like it just doesn't come off as fake, so it doesn't come off as like just words or just whatever, like what you see, what you hear on TV, on porn or whatever. Like you want to fucking feel that passion, the real like want, desire, and so when that words or just like actions come out in that passionate way, I feel like that's really where it's at.
I agree. I like all of that. I love it because that's natural. Now,
Yeah.
I think I got confused when he was saying, yeah, blowing the hot breath. I just got confused
Okay. Hold on. I'm
because
so
if
sorry.
somebody's
Let's
purposely
not
trying
ever
to
talk
blow
about.
a hot breath, then that's different, because I'm like looking at them like, you know, but
Let's never talk about this ever again. Okay.
you brought it up.
I'm done with this subject.
You said that. You said
Oh,
that it's sexy.
you know what though?
I want hot breath blown on us.
Hey.
Cool breath.
Okay. Here,
Cool
let
breath.
me say something right now. Women are fucking amazing. Okay, just because I know this is kind of off topic, but there hasn't been very many occasions that I'm like slightly off or wrong, and I've always had a woman just come in and correct me. Not in like a terrible way, just I love how right women are. I always take a woman's advice. It definitely is something that has been instilled in my childhood growing up. My mother's a very powerful, wonderful, strong, loving, wonderful person. Um, and I always took her advice. I so loved the way that both of you came in and corrected me in the right way, and I agree. I agree. Um, very powerful. I love it.
I also see where you're coming from too, like and what you were trying to say. I wasn't even trying to correct you in any way. Like I was just trying to understand what you were saying. Like
No,
yeah.
you did correct
Did I?
me. Yeah, you did. You knew what
Okay.
women are so intuitive that you knew what I wanted to say, and then you said it better than I did, and now I'm like, you blew me away. I'm like, yes, yes, that's what I meant.
Oh, nice. That's good.
It's really great.
Passionate.
Okay. So, Kawana, now that you're on, before we wrap this topic up, did you have anything you wanted to say about dirty texting, dirty talking? Okay, bye. He got to get it together. He has to get it together. But anyway,
Where did nobody go?
he needs to get it together. But anyway, so those of you that are watching, do you have anything to say or chime in on about dirty texting, dirty talking? Does it turn you on? If you want to hop on live and put your 2 cents in, this is your opportunity. The link is in the description of the video. Also, you can also place your 2 cents in by leaving a comment, and I would definitely see it and read it. So this is your opportunity. I've already said that there's a certain type of dirty. I love dirty texting. I can dirty text all day, all night. But the moment I hear you sounding like a porno, I'm kind of turned off by that. I want realness. I don't want all this. If it sounds too much like it, I'm kind of turned off by it. So some people like all of that. They like, oh, suck my big cock. Yeah, fuck this big cock. Blah blah blah. That kind of turns me off. I want to hear about more of what's real, because we hear that all day, every day if we watching porn. So, what is it that you have to say about dirty texting, dirty talking, because this is what off limits is about. It's about these conversations that we don't necessarily have all the time, especially in public. So put your 2 cents in right now because we have been going at it for 2 hours strong. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to bring back a topic because we really didn't finish. I just kind of wrapped it up because I had a second topic to go to. So go ahead and put your 2 cents in now if you want to. And I'm going to offer my guests that are here with me live right now to go ahead and if they want to chime in again, if they have something else they want to add to the conversation about dirty text and dirty talking, then go ahead.
Yes, I actually do. As we hopefully await for something else to pop up, I would love to hear other people's comments as well. But while we're on the topic, um, yeah, if there's nothing behind the text, if you're not going to back it up, don't fucking say it. You know, um, it's like if you text me that day, right? And you're
Uh-huh.
like, can't wait to see you, can't wait to have you, can't wait to bounce on you. Something I could say very, very many more dirty things, but I'm going to keep it at that for right now. And then I message you, yeah, absolutely. Would you like to see me tonight? Um, and then maybe no response, or maybe it's like, well, I can't tonight. And I'm like, what? Like, I mean, yeah, if you texted me, I could have been busy, sure. But at the same time, it's like, if you're going to text me, why don't you start off by saying, hey, are you free this night? Right? Make a plan with me before you start dirty talking. I like legit plans.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Right? That makes
Right.
a lot of sense.
Yeah, no, makes sense.
I don't like to be led on.
Yeah, no, that's the
And
worst.
you know what? Even me being in my industry, I still do get led on like that. It does irritate me a little bit, but not enough to get mad about, not enough to like stop being someone's friend. It happens.
It's definitely
Things come up. We're all human. I get it. But make a plan with me. Hi, Logan. How are you? Or hi, Chris. How are you?
Mm-hmm.
Are you free tonight? Are you free Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, whatever? I don't care. April 3rd. Fuck it. I'll put you in my calendar. It's okay. Um, but yeah, I definitely want to be texted as an adult first, and then once we've made a plan to hang out, then I definitely want to be dirty talked. Yeah, I do like the build up. The build up is really, really good. Even if I've been with that person before, yeah, give me more build up. It just excites me more. And, not too much until the day of. The day of could be like, you're really going to get it today, you know? And that really gets me going as well. I, how do you feel on what I just explained?
Oh, sorry, I had mine on mute. I do like the build up because for my partner, I
Wait,
I
wait,
like.
wait, hold on. One second. I do have to ask. Um, the main thing that I really want to hear what your opinion is based on, do you want a secured plan before being dirty talked? Or do you like a dirty talk right in the beginning? And what if it never happens? Let's talk about that.
No, I like spontaneity. So it
Okay.
doesn't have to be planned, but
Okay.
it can be planned. I like both. So
Mm-hmm.
I like for it to be planned, and I also like for it to just happen. Like I get a nice, sexy message. Like it doesn't need to be corny. So corny, I'm always gonna like maybe not take it seriously or not be turned on by it. Um, and I just won't take it to that level. I won't become aroused. But if you like tell me something seriously sexy and you're talking dirty seriously, then I'll become aroused. I love it. And then I think for, my partner, my lover, I at the beginning, I tried to get him to talk dirty, but he couldn't. He said, "Oh no, I can never talk dirty because I, I'm just too jokey. I can't be serious about talking dirty or whatever. I don't know how to." But I love it. I send, in my previous relationships, I would always send dirty texting, like talk dirty to them. And that turns me on. Like I'm telling them what I'm going to do to them and they're expecting it, but also I'm aroused by it. What I'm imagining that I'm going to do. And then just like the dirty talking, I just don't like it to sound too corny to me. I don't want it to sound like a porno. If it sounds like a porno, I'm not turned on by it. Actually, I'm turned off by it. And so I don't like to hear all of that. So that's my personal preference. I like it to be natural, more real and not like, oh, yeah, like I said earlier, fuck this big dick and fuck this cock and all of that. I don't like all of that.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it to just be natural,
I
you
totally
know.
agree with you on that.
Hold on, one thing. Um, you and I had two different total perspectives. Thank you, thank you.
Uh-huh.
See, a woman again. Um, so I was speaking on me or on a single person's life, and you had spoke on a relationship type base. So I definitely get where you're going with relationship type base. That I 100% agree on. If I'm in a relationship and we live together, or we could see each other anytime, I have zero plans to do anything but go to work, see my girlfriend afterwards. Yeah, I want dirty talk from her all the time because I can always just go see her, right? Or she could always just come see me. I was more focusing on the fact of me being a single guy, that if I get a dirty talk text, um, that sometimes it actually just never happens. It just doesn't. Um,
So you saying that you receive a dirty text and then there's no follow through?
That's crazy.
yeah. Well, sometimes yes, and then there's those other times that's like, shit, something came up, and which I'm always just like, oh, of course, go handle what you have to handle. It's okay, and it really is okay. If you really need to cancel, cancel. Um, but it's kind of like, oh, well, that was a missed opportunity, you
Wow.
know. And it's just like, well, when is it gonna happen next?
Yeah. You're showing all the
You know, so it's like I kind of wish that it just never happened at all.
Yeah,
You
I agree
know,
with that because I'm very big on if you say something and Trey Style says 100, okay. But if you say something, you should definitely follow through with it. I'm very big on it. It's almost like a complete turn off if someone says something and then they actually don't do it because I know how much my word means to me. So
100.
for me personally, I'm not going to say something that I can't deliver now. I may end up putting something on hold or pausing something, but
Yeah,
I'm going to get back to you. I'm going to reach back out to you, but it's not going to be like I said something, I'm just not absolutely going to deliver. So, it's a turn off when you can't do put your actions behind your words, because what's the point of trusting or believing you if you're going to say all these things and you can't do actually what you say? The reason why we have friendships is because we trust and we count on that person to be who they say they are and do what they say they're going to do in our lives.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And like, just one quick note, like whatever you guys are saying, I agree with every single topic and every single statement you guys made. And also going into that, one thing I want to add is that, it's really cool because either if you're single or if let's say you are in a relationship, I think what's really fun and what's really exciting
Sorry.
is when you have like you know elements of all of these combinations. So let's say you're with somebody, right? Let's somebody you've been fucking somebody for a while. Let's say it's like somebody you've been going out with somebody. Let's say you're single or you're in a relationship. You know, adding different elements of this and that combinations. Someday you're gonna say it like straight up. Some days you're gonna make a plan. Some days you're gonna be a little more romantic. But having a combination of all that, so it's not the consecutive same thing over and over again, but a combination of all this, showing this romantic side, showing this busted, right now, like let's get it on, I'm fucking horny side, showing a little more subtle, let's make a plan side. All these different elements, all different sides, I think is really exciting, and it's like what adds, the spontaneous side of it when you don't know what's coming. But oh, you can make a plan. Or you can also be fucking dirty and come on over right now. Or also you can spice it up with a little bit of a passionate talk, and give me that more sensuality, and then spreading it throughout those times and throughout every single occasion, whenever it may be, and you feel it, whenever you feel like that, just doing it, I think it's really hot. I think that's what really adds to the fire. And when you can do all that, when you don't have to be like the same thing over and over again, that's where it's at for me personally. I like that combination of all that.
Combination of the Two by Big Brother and the Holding Company and Janis Joplin on Amazon Music.
Is that your Alexa?
what the
Is that
fuck?
Siri? Who is that?
Alexa off.
She don't know when to be,
Off.
when to talk.
Alexa off.
And so, anyway, yeah, I like that. So,
Alexa off.
so
What
we
are
have
you
Trey
doing to
Styles
my
that
fucking
you
speakers?
don't
They
know if
won't
I
go
said it
off.
right. And Kawana, you are on. Show your
What
camera.
the fuck?
You are not muted. If you can see me. Me, if you can hear me. Sorry. Can you say something? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so just continuing on with the conversation. I agree. I love the spontaneity. If you both agree or you both have this, it doesn't have to be planned. As far as what Chris asked earlier, it does not have to be planned. It could be,
No.
here and there, and I love that. I just don't like the stuff sounding like a porno. So porno sound and stuff turns me off. I actually dry up a little bit. No, I'm just but I'm not. But yeah, I think it's about the partners both learning each other's style, learning what each other likes. If you don't take the time to
Yeah.
do that, then you're kind of winging it. You're kind of guessing it. And so it all turns us on. I think from the people that spoke today, we all like it, I guess. Some people may
So
not like it. They may be a little bit more conservative. You have a question?
more of a statement.
Oh,
So I never said anything about not liking spontaneity. I love it.
yeah. I think that's what you
You
mentioned.
can text me the same day, or let's say day of, and then say you want to get together tonight. I love that. Who doesn't? Who wouldn't? Right? That could get my hard. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, but that's still also kind of making the plan. It's spontaneous because it all happens in one day. It's like midday. Hey, you want to get together? That's spontaneity right there. Right? It happens the same day.
100%.
I'm all for it. But I would rather not have a sexual text if it's not for that day. I would rather a plan be set for the next day or a week or two away. Like, I mean, preferably, I would really rather it 4 days tops away. But sometimes my schedule even gets in the way, and I need to be like, I need to save my load for work. So, maybe not. Maybe this day, back and forth. And then blow a kissy face. Can't wait to have your cucumber plantain. What the fuck is it? Um, a strong arm, with the splash, with the 3 splash. You know, um, give it a little eggplant emoji or something. That's cool. Or just type it out. Be like, I want you so bad. Getting wet. You know. Can't wait.
I 100% agree with that. I think that's like perfectly said. Absolutely. I think that's so perfectly said. And the main thing we don't like, I think, is like when we don't follow through. The best thing for like everybody, I think, is you're gonna say it today or tomorrow, whenever you're gonna say it, just follow through. And I think that's where it's really at to also like add on to what you're saying. Just when it follows through and it's on and cracking, it happens. And that's the best. Just when you follow through.
Kwana, are you finally here? No.
I think he is, but I want to go to the comments real quick. Dre
He
Styles.
froze.
I want to go to the comments really quick. Dre Styles says, "Kwana, I see you. Don't know if I spelled it right." Dre Styles is an amazing producer. I am actually going to have some of his music here played instead of the music I have for this series, Off Limits. I'm going to play some of his stuff in the background because he has some amazing hit music that y'all are not going to want to not hear. You're gonna want to hear it. So he's here in the building watching. So y'all want to? He has a Facebook page. I think it's called Dre Styles, Dre Comments. If you're still there, type it in the chat so that people can tune in and check you out. He has over 300,000 followers on Facebook, and that's amazing. So you want to check him out. His music is like in beast mode. But anyway, so Kawana, can you hear me now? I hear crickets. So so this was a great topic. I feel like we don't have enough time. We've been chopping it up for almost 2.5 hours. And Kawana, if you're there watching me, I hope you can lip read. So we had a great conversation. It was juicy. And I have to remember the topic. I should have wrote it down that you brought up earlier today that I actually will have, Chris. Can you remind me
Picture
real
sexting.
I'm gonna what is it called?
Picture sexting.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh, yes. I have
In
let me write
layman's
it down
terms,
quickly.
yeah, that basically. You know what? Actually, at the beginning of this whole thing, I wanted to give some other topics, but then
You
after all,
always give topics. The best way to leave your topics, and I recommend it, and I was actually going to do that, is leave your comments, or you can message me directly on Facebook, my Facebook page, because I am streaming on multiple platforms. I'm streaming on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. So if you have topics, leave them in the comments. If not, you can always message me directly from whatever platform you're on. YouTube is youtube.com/Sophia Alexandria. Facebook is facebook.com/you're so damn amazing. That's my page there. And Twitch, I have to remember twitch.com/Sophia. I have to get back to you on that one. I don't really know my name on that one. And Twitter is twitter.com/Sophia _Sophia. Hopefully that's right. Sophia _Sophia L. It's just so much stuff to keep up with. You have to remember. So anyway, the main platforms
it's okay. You're doing good, girl. You're doing good. And then hold on. And you can also private message Sophia at her personal phone number 818.
Hey!
Beep 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 beep.
So my
so funny.
I'm really most active on Facebook and YouTube. So YouTube is where it's at. So message me on YouTube. Always comment. You can comment on either of the platforms, but YouTube is where I'm at. And Facebook. So I look forward to hearing from you, seeing your comments below. Please type your comments in the chat, message me directly, however you want to do, because I love to share what it is that you want to talk about and discuss and have a grown phone conversation. And also remember to invite a friend the next time you come. Share it with your family, your friends, because this is a great platform. It's for us to talk about things that we do every day and to gain a different perspective. So they're not going to want to miss out on it. It's great. It's a great opportunity to gain a different perspective and also to become comfortable with what's uncomfortable. It's about stepping outside of your box. This is what Off Limits is about, stepping outside of your comfort zone and making it comfortable so that we can continue this journey of growing and becoming better as a community. And so anyway, this was awesome. And I see that Chris has something to say, so I'm going to let him chime in real quick.
So sorry. But
No,
yeah,
no,
just
be sorry.
as things popped into my head as categories or different topics, being on time. I would really love to chime in on that. Uh,
So,
yeah, just straight
hold
up
on.
being on
Are you
time.
talking about CP time?
What?
CP time? WP time? So, hold up. I'm going to talk to you about that when I have that conversation. So, I'm
Okay.
talking about you get it? Color people time, white people time, because you said being on time.
Whoa.
You
Okay.
know,
That's
the thing is, our time, for color people, our being on time is totally different from what y'all call being on time. So we
yeah,
don't have
sure.
to
I
make
guess we can
race
dip
thing,
into
but we can
that
talk
as
about
long
it.
as nothing gets racist. Yeah, we can definitely dip into that. But yeah, I'll probably keep it just very neutral though, just on
Yeah,
time
nothing's
in
wrong with that.
general.
Nothing's wrong
Um,
with that.
yeah. Right, and then uh, you,
Yeah, Sophia, thank you so much for everything. It's such a great time on the show and this podcast. And also, I wanted to say that your YouTube channel is awesome. Thank you. And I follow you. And also, if you don't mind repeating your
yeah,
socials
girl, you
again,
get it.
if you don't
Oh,
mind
of
repeating your
course.
socials, yeah,
I
especially the
want
Twitter
y'all to
one.
subscribe. I'm gonna give y'all the rundown from what I know off top of my head. So let's start with Instagram. I'm on Instagram, but I'm not too active. I usually only share if I'm going to be doing something. Um, Instagram is Instagram / Sophia Alexandria L. That's Instagram. Facebook, however, I am mostly on. It's facebook.com / you're so damn amazing. YOUREDAMN amazing. And then YouTube
Yeah.
is youtube.com / Sophia Alexandria. And Twitter, I'm not really on Twitter, but I have a Twitter. I need to build my Twitter. I'm not really focused on that. So for now, just keep those what I gave you. So I'm on Twitter and Twitch, but I haven't focused on those yet. So YouTube is where you can find me. Please subscribe. Please share. Bring a friend next time. Tell their friends to bring a friend. And we can always keep it popping because I will always have juicy topics for you, something that you're going to want to engage in, something that you're going to want to talk about, and put your 2 cents in. So, anyway, Kawana did say that his phone was hating on him. Love it though, guys. Y'all stay awesome. And I think Kawana mentioned that he has an iPhone, and iPhones are
iPhone 7.
Androids are amazing. If you have an
Love it.
Android, you're not going to have that issue. So Android people can get in right away. Now iPhones are kind of iffy, but anyway, that's me throwing shade on the iPhones. I was an iPhoner back then, but once I got to Android, I was like, ain't no going back. Ain't no going back. How can you go back? But anyway, I will see you next week, Tuesdays and Wednesdays for now at 10 p.m. EST, 7 p.m. PST, and 8 p.m. No, 9 p.m. CST. So I will see you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am trying to get 5 more subscribers tonight. So go ahead and do that. If you haven't subscribe to my channel so you can get the content and everything you need. And guess what? I'm out of here.
It was
Oh,
very, very nice seeing you.
good seeing you too.
Yeah, so sorry. Kwan fucking called me and then blocked me out because I'm on my iPad that's connected to my phone. I'm like,
Ah,
hey, Hey, he goes, bye. So I wanted to connect really fast and see you again and tell you how amazing your podcast is. And,
Thank you.
thank you so much for having me on whenever you
Thank you.
have
Thank
your
you for coming.
podcast day. It's
Yeah.
always great being able to converse with you. You're definitely very, very intelligent woman, and
Oh,
I appreciate you being my friend.
thank you.
Really, really great. Um, Lastly, though, uh, how to try and jump into threesome as a topic as a
Oh,
couple.
you know what? Let me write this down. And Chris, you're also very welcome because I do go back and check my comments. You can post topic dash whatever you want, so that way I can have a record of it. Because I go
Mm-hmm.
back and read it, but I'm going to write it down now.
I,
Threesomes.
I believe I did touch a little bit of base on the first podcast I ever did with you guys. I believe I did talk a little bit about that in my personal life, but I want to hear what you as a woman would want out of it, and I want other women to chime in
Okay.
on how they would want to be talked to about jumping into a situation like that.
Okay.
And this is mostly for
That's
all
cool.
the other viewers. I know how to do it. I will jump in at certain points, but on that one, I kind of want to stay a little bit neutral and just hear more of the women's aspect.
You know
Um,
what? We can definitely do that. I can make that happen. And I think it's good to hear from both men and women because I think for people of both sexes, we can learn something from each other. We can gain a different
yeah.
perspective. We can see a different view. And this is what this platform is about. It's not just about men versus women or whatever. It's about everything,
Oh,
So,
absolutely, absolutely. The reason why I want to know more on a woman's aspect is because I actually did kind of talk a lot about it on my first podcast with you. Um, so since I gave a lot on a guy's aspect, I want to know more on a woman's aspect, and I'm sure everyone else would like to hear a woman's aspect too.
okay, of course. We definitely have both genders on this platform, and hopefully that day we have a good variety, a good balance, so that we can
Yeah,
definitely have that conversation. And
yeah.
so stay tuned and please let your friends know, share it, because this is what this is about. The more people that we do have, the more different perspectives we can have, because it won't be so everybody's on this side, and agree with this thing. It can be kind of like around, and that's what the show is about. So definitely I wrote that down, so it will be on one of the upcoming episodes, and I look forward to seeing you on the future ones. Thank you so much for being here
Ooh,
today. It was a pleasure.
okay.
Hearing your
And
perspective.
then Bruiser also says,
Hi,
"Hey."
Bruiser.
It's okay.
Hi.
All right.
Okay,
Great seeing you, love.
okay,
Okay.
bye.
Bye.
Yo, this was great. Wasn't it amazing? And I'm out, y'all. Over 2.5 hours. Can y'all believe it? We didn't even finish the first one. I just had to wrap it up. So, anyway, I'll see y'all next week. Tune in. Share with a friend. Don't let this be the end, but let this begin our journey. Hey. I wish I could rap, y'all. I wish I could rap because if I could, I'll be killing it. Like Weezy F Baby, he's still my favorite. I don't care what nobody says. He's at the top. Hey, 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 hey. And those of you that are still tuning in, if you want to hear Dre Styles, one of his beats, stay tuned because I'm going to definitely play one because he is an amazing producer. I told you over 300,000 followers. You're not going to want to miss it. And I may just play it on my next live just as a special for you guys because his music is off the chain. He's about to be somebody. He's about to go somewhere. He's about to do some things. So anyway, definitely next week. And guess what? I'll see y'all. Hey.